It's good having you once more on African Free Press Television for the news at dawn. We are broadcasting from the nation's capital, Abuja. My name is Leo Ketan. These are the stories we're tracking for you at this moment. Preliminary results released by the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) yesterday showed that Governor Seriaka Dickson of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) is leading in the 4 of the 5 local government areas where elections were conducted yesterday in Bayelsa State. The PDP scored 81,929 votes, while the All Progressive Congress (APC) has 56,514. This is even as Dickson's opponent, Chief Timothy Silva of the APC, alleged rigging. The rescheduled election was to hold in southern Ijo local government area, but a shootout between security agents and ex-militants stopped the exercise as voters scampered for their safety. And the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) says the collation of results in the Bayelsa governorship election is to resume 10 a.m. today. Results from the 3 local governments were still being expected at 9 p.m. on Sunday, where the first part of the exercise are closed. Ijo South local government is one of the areas where results were still being expected, as election in the local government was rescheduled to Sunday owing to major disturbances and challenges experienced by the electoral body. The Sunday election, however, started late because of the peculiarity of the riverine area and the challenge of securing electoral officials and materials, which eventually arrived late. And still on the elections, the crisis trailing November 21, 2015 Kogi State governorship election continued yesterday as the People's Democratic Party (PDP) declared its candidate, Governor Idris Wada, as the winner. This is even as the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) declared that Alhaji Yahaya Bello of the All Progressive Congress (APC) won last Saturday's supplementary poll. However, the Audu Faleke campaign organization said it had been vindicated. Honorable James Faleke declined to run with Bello in the rerun. Following the demise of the late Prince Abubakar Audu, the electoral body had given the ruling party the window to substitute its late candidate. And Nigeria's Senate President Dr. Bukola Saraki has called on the French government to be more decisive in supporting the war against terrorism, particularly the Boko Haram insurgency in the northeastern part of Nigeria and the neighboring former French colonies in West Africa. Senator Saraki made this call during a 2-hour bilateral meeting with the President of the French Senate, Gerard Larcher, at the ongoing COP21 Globe Parliamentary meeting in Paris. He urged French parliamentarians to push for more support for Nigerian government towards resolving the Boko Haram crisis, which he said poses grave danger to French strategic interests in West Africa. He noted that France could intervene by sharing vital intelligence with Nigerian defense authorities and providing manpower as well as material support so that the insurgents would be overwhelmed and defeated in a short time. While commiserating with the French people on the recent terrorist attack in the country, Senator Saraki also solicited for the help of France in assisting the over 2 million internally displaced people in the northeastern Nigeria. And former Vice President of Nigerian Labour Congress, Mr. Issa Aremu, has said any of the 36 state governors who cannot pay the minimum wage of 18,000 naira to workers should resign from office. Aremu, who is the General Secretary, National Union of Textile Garment Workers of Nigeria, said such governor has no reason to be in the business of governance. He spoke as the guest speaker at the 18th Joint Annual General Meeting 2015 edition of Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, where he presented a paper titled Government Patronage of Made in Nigeria Products, a Panacea for Industrial Growth and Development. He argued that one of the ways to judge performances of a sitting president and all state governors is their ability to resuscitate collapsed industries in the country. And now on the foreign scene, Libya's 2 rival parliaments have reached an initial agreement aimed at resolving political crisis that has plagued the country for years. The deal, agreed at talks in Tunis, is intended to lead to a single government and elections within 2 years. It needs to be endorsed by both the internationally recognized parliament and the Eastern Libya and the Tripoli-based General National Congress. The agreement is separate from UN efforts at mediation in Libya. The United Nations Special Envoy to Libya, Martin Kobler, called it a very good basis for going forward. In October, the UN submitted its own blueprint for a deal leading to a unified government, but neither side had endorsed it. The UN is due to host a peace talk between the two factions next week in Rome. Libya has been unstable since long-serving strongman Muammar Gaddafi was toppled in October 2011, with militias running various parts of the country. And still on the foreign scene, US President Barack Obama has made a rare Oval Office address after the San Bernardino shootings that left 14 dead. He said the killings were an act of terrorism designed to kill innocent people. But freedom is more powerful than fear, the president said, warning that falling prey to divisiveness in American society would play into the hands of extremists. He also said the US must make it harder for potential attackers to obtain guns. President Obama vowed that the US would overcome the evolving threat of terrorism, but warned that Americans cannot turn against one another by letting this fight be defined as a war between America and Islam. He reminded his audience that Muslim Americans were part of the US society. And the UN on Sunday condemned as despicable a suicide attack on the market on an island in Lake Chad that killed more than 30 people once again, which showed the brutality of insurgent group Boko Haram. A statement from the UN Secretary General Office said that the attack carried out by 4 female suicide bombers on Kulfoa Island around 2 p.m. on Saturday highlighted the need to fight Boko Haram in a holistic manner. Ban Ki-moon extended his condolences to the families of the deceased and wished a speedy recovery to the injured. Some 80 people were wounded in the attack, while the dead included the suicide bombers. Chad's government instituted a state of emergency in the Lake Chad region in November, saying the area had become a gathering point for Boko Haram militants. The state of emergency empowers the governor of the area to prohibit the movement of people and vehicles and to order searches of homes day and night. And more than 5,000 soldiers have been deployed on islands and lakeside villages there. And now over to sports. Head coach of Nigeria's Dream Team 6, Samson Siase, has admitted that his Wolves have a Herculean task on Wednesday when they face host Senegal in the semi-final of the Under-23 African Cup of Nations. Siase's host team have been far from impressive so far. Notes that the hosts have been in sterling form, thus far winning all 3 of their games in the group stage of the competition. The Beijing 2008 football event finalists, however, believes that the Dream Team will not be faced by the frenzied atmosphere expected at the Stade Leopold Sédar Senghor in Dakar. And that's the story we're tracking for you on African Free Press Television. For more, please do log on to our website at www.africanfreepress.com. Follow us on Twitter at African Free Press. Like our Facebook page at africanfreepress.com. Please join us in our various discussions on African Free Press Forum and subscribe to our YouTube channel at African Free Press. From me, Leo Keta, and the whole team in the studio this morning, it's a very good morning to you. Please do stay out of trouble and have a blessed day.